It's always a toss-up if Facebook is going to work.
And right now, it's on that camera, and then it'll be centered here in a second.
Hey, there we go. There we go. You ready to do this?
Here we go.
Welcome to the BlabberMalt Show with your hosts, Dave and Matthias, two guys that blabber incessantly about beer, brewing,
Cheers,
and
guys.
bullcrap. Stick around while they brew up another tasty episode. All right, everybody. We're down in BlabberMalt headquarters. It's going to be a good episode. Dave and Tom, BlabberMalt Show, episode 108 for July 1st, 2025. And we have two friends here from Two Friends Brewing Company, Ozimba and Dan. Hey, guys.
Welcome.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us here.
So if you guys don't know, we do a live show, usually out at a brewery somewhere, sometimes here in BlabberMalt HQ. We talk about beer, brewing, bull crap. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and tomorrow we'll be on Spotify. We are the BlabberMalt Show, so make sure you hit the button, subscribe, make a comment, tell the algorithm there's actually people watching, which right now there are not, but some people will come in. We'll see Rick Bell. We do have a live studio audience.
Come
We
on,
always
guys,
have
come
that.
on.
Yeah.
We have like 40 people in studio right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, we got 3 viewers. Look at this.
There you
Picking
go.
up already.
All right.
So get some comments. Let the algorithm know there's actually people watching and share it. Say some funny things and tell your friends and hit like, hit subscribe, all that stuff. Yes.
Yes.
Sounds good. So, hey, Tom, before we get going, we always like to see what happened over the weekend. What did you get into? What'd you do? What's fun?
We actually went to a summer house party
Oh, that's right.
of a
Mutual friend.
mutual friend
Yes.
of ours. It was a great time.
Yeah.
A lot of people there. Great food. Far out. It was a little over an hour drive,
Yeah.
but it was well worth it.
I saw there was some kegs of beer there. Kegs of beer.
Yes. Two kegs.
You don't often go to a house party these days at our age when they have kegs of beer. Right?
Yeah, but the only bad part about that is
It's an hour drive.
no, it's dealing with the kegs because it was so hot.
Oh,
We were getting a lot of foaming.
yeah.
Even though we had all these brewers there, we still had foamy beer.
Mm. Crazy.
But
Crazy.
it was a good time.
Yeah.
Again, the weekend was nice. Enjoyed that.
Yeah. Good weather. How about you guys? Ozimba, what'd you do?
This was a typical real one of those work weekends for us. Friday, Saturday, Dan and I were at the brewery pretty much 18 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Putting in the time.
Putting in the time.
Were you brewing as well or just working?
All of it.
Brewing, all of it. Brewing, washing kegs, kegging out, doing all that stuff. Yeah.
A lot of cleaning.
A lot of cleaning. On my end, we got a little bit of break on Sunday, and I took the opportunity for a little bit just to attend. A friend of mine was getting inaugurated as a pastor at the church, so that's probably the only other thing I did besides work all weekend. So that one,
Yeah.
But we worked a lot this weekend. It was one of those weekends where we just had to put in the time because 4th of July coming in, we had a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, you got to get that beer ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talk to brewers and about their weekends, and it's work. It's all working all the time, cleaning, transferring, kegging, cleaning, brewing, drinking too. Good. Well, good. You got some of that.
You got to taste the beer.
Quality control.
Sensory analysis.
Let's talk about drinking beer. Let's talk about the beer that we are drinking right now.
Oh, this beer?
This beer, which is not from our guests. Our guests did bring some beer,
Yeah.
so we'll have those in a little bit. But we started out with a home brew.
This is the Crush IPA I made a month or so ago.
I crushed it.
Yeah.
we were crushing it. Yeah.
Sure did.
I used a lot of times when you dry hop a lot and you in a homebrew volume, 5 gallons, it clogs up the dip tube with all the hops and stuff. But I use one of that clear draft system where you replace the long tube that goes to the bottom of the keg and it floats at the top,
Yes.
so it draws off the top. It's awesome. So that's why it's so clear. It's
Yes.
coming off the top. We get down to the bottom, you're going to lose a couple pints, but it'll be worth it.
Absolutely.
Flavor is very good.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
very
I think-
good.
It's
Thank you.
It's
Appreciate
It's
it.
fantastic. Yeah.
But these guys did bring some beer. We're going to get into that in a minute.
Dave, what did you do this week? Were you kind of busy, weren't you?
I was busy. Yeah, my wife had a medical procedure, so we were. I was looking after her. So she's on the mend, but she is enjoying a Crush IPA right now.
It's
We
crushed.
did. Well, it's on. You just help yourself. I just said I was helping her, and I'm like, go get your own beer. Maria will help you out, perhaps. But yeah, we got out. We sat on the patio, and we had a couple drinks, and Michelle and Josie came over, and we enjoyed the patio. Our neighbors saw that we were out, and they knew you were on the mend, so they came over. Were kind enough to mix you a nice vodka tonic.
If I were a neighbor, man, I would love to have you guys as a neighbor.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Right then, I mean, come on, talk about friendly neighbors.
We're only like 40 minutes away. We're still our neighbors, right? We're coming back here tomorrow night. I can sleep on that sofa, right?
Yeah, that's a fold out. It folds out.
Dave says,
Yeah.
invited.
Bing. Yes. Hey, that worked out good. I don't know what that was going to be. Oh, I'm happy we're back. We got some. I got my sound effects, so maybe we'll hit those up a little bit.
Awesome. Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty cool stuff.
All right. So
Yeah.
I was going to say there is an episode. We were out visiting you guys a few weeks ago. So if people want to go back and look at that, was it episode 104?
Episode 104, yeah.
Yep, engraved in our memories, 104.
Yeah, that was a good one.
104. You can't take that away.
Dave
Can't
even
change
remembered.
that. Yep.
No.
And somehow we don't remember it.
Have to go find it. See, we took a tour of their place, which was very nice. Had some great beers, so you can see the whole place. Because where are you guys? You guys are in East 185th?
Yes, East 185th. 777 East 185th.
Okay.
777.
777.
Yeah. All right, let's get after this. Might as well officially mash in here. Yeah, so check out episode 104, and you can see the brewery, see the sweet tap room. Got into some shenanigans with some of your friends, some of the guests there. That was a good time. And then after hours, we went down and sampled the barrel program, which I hope we can talk about that a little bit too. We had some bangers in some bourbon barrel, and then some bourbon, and then maple syrup barrels, and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. We have, I think, six bourbon
6
barrels down
bourbon,
there.
yeah, 6.
We have two of them that are Buffalo Trace bourbon barrels, and one of them we have a Imperial Stout, and the other one we have a barley wine. Then we have a Four Roses, and that has a barley wine, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what was it, Wyoming Whiskey?
Wyoming whiskey.
Oh, yeah. But that has a Imperial Stout. And then we also have two barrels that had bourbon in them. They were emptied. They were filled with maple syrup, and then they were emptied and sent to us. So it's like we have a wheat wine in one and an Imperial Stout in the other. So it's bourbon aged maple Imperial
The
Stout.
stout, yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's got a name about this long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good. I mean, that whole maple syrup thing, it's like...
Yeah. So we're having a lot of fun on those.
Unbelievable.
And we're going to be taking them out of the barrels, well, maybe tonight, if not tonight, tomorrow.
Tonight you're gonna be drinking all night here.
We're hard workers.
Yeah, well you gotta be.
The plan was for us to get them out tonight.
Yeah.
So between today and tomorrow, so somehow...
This is our lunch break.
You know what they say about plans? I don't know. They say something, but
They do plan.
yeah,
Plans
you
plan.
have to. Yeah.
The plan has its own plan.
So we got Brett Dickerson here. Says Dan in the house. Shout out to you.
Hey,
Yeah.
Brett. How's
Nice.
it going, buddy?
Yeah.
He's a fantastic guy. He's very talented. and make anything you want out of stainless steel.
Ooh, that's good.
Has he done stuff for the barn?
Well, we're not that good of friends, I
okay.
guess. I'd like something.
Yeah. Yeah. Knowing somebody that can work with stainless steel is good when you're into brewing. Definitely.
Yeah.
You always
Especially
need something welded.
Absolutely.
When AI takes over and they become our...
I, for one, welcome our AI overlords. Yes.
Made out of stainless steel.
Yeah. AI is not going to be able to weld for a while, I don't think.
Yeah, so these
maybe.
people got to...
Watch out for the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for that sixth finger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's
AI's
your sound effect for that one?
I don't know. Hey now. Wait, what are we talking about?
Princess Bride. My name's Tamika Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die. I was looking for the six-fingered man. Anyways.
But I digress.
You digress or Dan digresses?
Dan digresses. Finally, it's someone else. It's not me. Somebody's got to play the straight guy.
Well, let's bring it back to our first
All right,
pour of the
yes.
night here.
Yes, let's pour a beer.
We do have this one that you guys brought. I believe it's your cream ale.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about this beer?
Yeah. So very crushable.
Excellent.
Could do yard work all day and drink one of these. Cream ales.
Thank you, sir. Oh.
Of course, everybody knows you use some corn, flaked corn. So, got to just try to stay, a little bit within, 15, I personally don't go more than like 15% of the flaked corn. So,
Yeah, that's clean.
Yeah. Very, very, very good beer. It came out good. For right now, we're still brewing on a one barrel system, so we do 2 batches at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Very consistent. Consistency is great. What are you doing?
So,
More than me.
Last time we were out there, the other system was just about ready to go. Is it ready, the larger system?
Yeah, very close. Very close. We're just wrapping up our boiler system. They had an issue with their pipe threader, so it took them a few more days than they expected.
Sure.
Guys, yeah.
But I think we used Hallertauer hops on this as well.
Yes.
So very good. Easy drinking.
Are we low
It
5?
sure is.
Yeah, 5%.
5%. Yep.
Now, you guys were also getting ready to fire up your own canning machine. And you did can this on that new machine?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
How's it working?
It's Dan and I.
It works like a charm.
It works like a charm.
Fantastic.
Dan and I are old souls, so you get the youngest to come in and they rip through that thing like it's nothing.
Yeah.
We're like, we got a lot of stuff to do. Come on in.
You guys do this.
Yeah. So they took charge, and here we are.
Good.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, just they are happy with the way it's coming out. It's working good. So I think this will be a really great addition to the brewery once we get, this month of July is going to be an interesting one for us. I think we're going to do a lot of different things, with the canning being one of them. I think we're going to probably, hopefully, by the end of the month, maybe carry some canned beer to go.
Okay.
Be at the brewery. Yeah.
So this is just for sale in your tap room, or are you going to get it out in some?
For now.
Okay.
Yes, for now. Just for sale in the tap room.
See how it goes. See. Yeah.
Well, it's not even just seeing how it goes. We have a lot of people wanting growlers, and we are just not at the point yet where we feel we want to start doing growlers.
Growlers are such a pain in the
once
ass.
we get the 3.5 barrel system up, then we'll do growlers.
Yeah.
But right now we're just trying to keep up.
With the tap room. But for those people that want to take some beer with them, this is a good option.
For sure.
For
sure.
you whatever we'll have in the cooler that you have to.
I have a can question for you. I want to ask you about your cans.
Yeah.
Is it economics? Is it preference between the 16 ounce versus 12 ounce can?
I think you probably have a better profit if you do 16 ounce cans, because
So you guys
You
are
do a
not in
4
for the
pack?
profit.
Well, it's not that. I don't know. We like
No,
six-packs.
like this ones, we just did this. We haven't. What I was about to say was that we really haven't. Like I say, hopefully by the end of the month, we haven't really sat. We want to make sure that first of all, the canning machine and all of that was working right. So he did 12 ounce cans, and that's fine.
Kind of as a trial.
Yes, everything is working well.
Because the machine itself can do 16 or 12, right?
It could do
There's not
16 or
difference.
12. Yes,
yeah, correct.
yes.
But if you have a four pack that's 16 ounce cans and a 6-pack that's 12 ounce cans, and you have more volume in the 12 ounce, and then probably less costs for the 16 ounce cans, but in general they're selling for the same price.
Okay.
It's not when you go out there you get a big break because you're buying a 16 ounce 4-pack.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just curious because you see different brewers doing different things.
Yeah.
It seemed for a while there, everyone just did 12, then everything switched to 16, and now I'm actually seeing a mixture of both, which I'm kind of surprised. It seemed like it all went to 16, but I'm seeing some 12s come back.
Also, it's consumer's preference too. When I drink a beer, I prefer to have a 16 ounce can than a 12 ounce can. If I have a 12 ounce can, then I feel like I have to have another 12 ounce can.
Correct.
Like, look, I can only drink 4 beers tonight.
Yes.
I can't drink 6.
So they got to be 100 ounces each.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you come into the tap room and you get a pour, and this is, I mean that's pretty much what you're getting out of a 16 ounce can.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Just a question.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
there's other breweries that when they do can their beer and it's high alcohol, then they'll put it in a 4-pack. I think Jackie O's, they do a lot of bourbon aged beers that are in 4-pack 12 ounce cans.
Okay.
So do you have a particular beers that you have in mind you want to can? Oh, hey now. It's a
It's
little
cut
early
off.
for that. A little early for that. Or you're just like, well, if it's moving in the tap room, we're not going to package it, or how does that thought process go?
Well, we have to get all the labels approved, and once we get all the labels approved,
Okay.
then we can put whatever we want in there. But I'd prefer to probably do something a little bit higher alcohol, and the stuff that's like this cream ale that's going to go through our tap room very, very quickly. But we also have an imperial stout that's well over 10%. That's on nitro, and yeah, that's probably going to be there for a bit. Not many people are going to be drinking pints and pints of imperial stouts. So if you have that, then you'd put that in a can, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's just going to lose a little with the nitro, though, in a can.
Well,
Yeah, and
not the nitro one,
Right.
correct?
Yes.
Not the
yes,
nitro
not
one.
the nitro.
I mean, you can,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, we
Difficult.
have the imperial stout carbonated as well.
Right.
And then we have other beers that are high alcohol. We have a maple barley wine, and we have a honey wheat wine. So those will go well in a can, and they'll age well. When you have a can of like an IPA, you better be drinking that pretty quick. So
Yeah. And the point is, like, these are just for sale at the tap room. Like, we're not moving this into distribution or anything like that. So they're gonna be at the tap room. We have a cooler there, a refrigerator there, and we're gonna sell it right out of that. So
Yeah, you can control the longevity of the
absolutely.
product.
Yes, we can control how long they last in there, and I'm telling you, like
They're not going to last. They're not going to last.
Yes. So this is really like looking out for our patrons, our customers, people that come in, because we've seen a lot of people. I mean, like, they're really wanting to take. I mean, when the first day we were there canning these, there were some people at the bar, and the kid that was doing it, he was so excited, so he ran upstairs, and I was bartending that day. So he ran upstairs to show me. Oh my God! Did that start a frenzy?
Come on, we want to buy this.
Yeah,
Come
did
on.
that start a frenzy? So they were like, "Can we get one? Can we get one? Can you sign it? Please."
Can you sign it? Wow, you guys are celebrities.
So, right, well, I know it's not. It's just the idea that folks want to take the beer with them.
yeah, we have a very high demand for people that want beer to go.
Yes,
And we
yeah.
can't supply that because growlers are just too big.
They're just too big.
And if we're able to put cans on for people to go, they're going to take them with them. And it'll make them happy because that's what they want.
Correct.
So you got to give
Absolutely.
the consumer what
Yeah.
they want.
Yeah.
So when it comes to styles, I'd say probably everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to take a break to fill a growler and the bar is busy and you're trying to serve people, it's really a pain. And you got to wait for the foam to calm down, and if you had cans, you're like, yeah, just grab a.
Well, and then volume too. I think that's as a brewery, you got to think about how much beer you have too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so I think once we get a bigger system going, we'll feel very comfortable, very, very, very comfortable doing growlers. It won't be an issue. For now, we're just saying that we don't think we want to do that.
You got to save some beer for the patrons.
Yeah, we don't want to do that just yet.
Yeah.
Yes, because people come in and they want to drink the beer there. So
what was the name of the cream? Do you have a name for your cream ale? If I saw this on your menu, is it going to say?
It is.
What's it going to say on the label when you get the label approved?
Yeah.
It's for that sound effects for Jeopardy.
Yeah.
That's not it.
All right, so I put you on the spot with that one.
Yeah, you did. You sure did. You want to text her?
What was it? He named
I named it. I named it.
Is it one of your original beers, the cream ale?
No.
This was recent. Yeah, this
Okay,
was recent. Yeah,
okay.
Something like Celebration. No,
the Celebrating You was the Pilsner.
No, but this is something like that too.
Yes, it was something close.
All right, we'll
to
come
that.
back to that.
We'll get.
Put a pin in that.
We'll get it.
Sorry I asked.
It might be on the website.
I named it. Yeah, and I actually named it. I'm gonna text the bartender and see.
Well, it might be on the website too. I think we have a website, right?
If they're trying to find you, where would they find you? Your website is www.
twofriendsbrewing.com.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same with Instagram and Facebook.
probably.
Yeah. I looked it up today. Yeah.
Oh, great.
So I had when we were in school, right? One of our professors was like, "I hate when you do this." So I started doing that right now. I'm like, oh my God.
You heard your professor's voice.
Chirping in there.
Done. It's like, if you want to text, just put the phone up and text. And then I'm like, put your phone away. When you do this, I can't stand it.
See, when I was in college, there were no cell phones. Right. There were pagers. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think pages for drug dealers, right?
Well, I mean, when you think about nurses and hospitals, they use them.
Yeah.
So you could still,
It could be legit. Maybe.
Maybe.
So, what we like to talk to you guys about when we get you in here is about your journey and how you got into craft beer. Where'd you get the inspiration to brew? Was it a Mr. Beer kit? Did you just jump right into it professionally? Take us down the road of how Baby Ozimba and Baby Dan drinking their Miller Lights, getting hammered, got interested in
the truth.
craft beer.
All right, wait, let's get ourselves. We'll pour ourselves a honey. Which one is it? Honey.
The honey wheat wine.
Honey wheat one. What's it called?
Oh, yeah, honey wheat wine.
It's honey wheat wine.
Yeah, pretty simple name for it. It's honey wheat wine. We didn't get creative at all for that one.
And tell us about this beer before you get into your journey.
So that's I think we used about 40% wheat on that, and I think I used some Special B for some reason, and then a bit of Munich in there.
Did you say for some reason?
Yeah, I'm a big Special B fan. Just a little bit
Yeah.
of it goes a long way. And Special B is a specialty malt. Usually it's used for Belgians,
Oh, okay.
but I like it. And what else did we use in that? A lot of two-row. And we put threw a lot of honey in there as well.
So it
So
was a little bit higher. Is this in the high sixes?
it's over 10.
Over 10.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think it's 10 or 11.
10 and a half. Yeah, 10
Oh.
and a half. Yeah, so that's up there.
I didn't see that on the label, so I
Yeah.
put this out of order. I thought it was going to be a honey.
Yeah, that's not an approved label.
All right.
Cheers, Prost.
Cheers.
That's very approved by Two Friends.
Yeah, right.
So what got you started down this journey of brewing?
Me?
Yeah.
Let's see. When I was younger, I was a foreign exchange student over in Germany. So I lived in Marburg and Gießen for a bit. And I fell in love with beer when I was over there. This was when I was in high school. I don't know why I was over there, to tell you the truth. I think my parents just didn't like me and they wanted to send me overseas. I think that's probably
Give you.
it. Yeah. Send them over to Germany. It was a great time.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. Still alive.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But I had a great time over there. Met a lot of wonderful people. I'm still in touch with a lot of them. And I had a great experience. But when I was over there, I drank a lot of beer. And that was when I was like, I don't know, 16 or 17. So don't do that, kids. By the way, this is my boy Max's birthday today. So I was spending some time with him. He's 22 now. So
Happy
Max,
birthday.
Happy birthday out there.
Happy birthday, Max. Happy birthday.
I'll see him downtown after this.
Yes,
Nice.
sir.
And yeah, so when I was in Germany, I came back and got
So that
homebrew.
got you liking beer, but you did not. Did you brew? Did you get to go to breweries?
You know,
and see
I
some
did
of
go
the
to
inside?
breweries. I went to quite a few breweries when I was over there. I went to Warsteiner when I was over there too.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Warsteiner Dunkel's one of my. I really like that beer.
Yeah, ausgezeichnet. It's fantastic. I loved it, and it was really neat because every city had their own brewery, and then there was this grocery chain, and they had their own brewery. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was the worst beer I've ever had, even up till now. But it was so bad. I think it was called like Catsqueld or something. Oh, so bad. So yeah, I got to enjoy beer and understand what was good beer and what was bad beer and what made the difference.
I mean, what a great environment to kind of grow up experiencing beer for the first time. I mean, we're over here, natty daddies and, you know,
And this
crap like that.
Yeah, and this was back in the probably like 93, 94-ish time.
Yeah.
So before really craft beer got hauling over here, or got really going. So it was fun. I had a great time. But when I came back, I had a love for beer and just never lost it.
Yeah, once it gets you, it's got you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then did you get a brew kit and start on your own?
Oh, yeah.
actually?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
When you got back?
Yeah, I was brewing in high school. Then I brewed a little bit in college. And, yeah, I don't think I really stopped. Then, yeah, I did this and I did that. And then something happened. And I was working at Great Lakes Brewing Company as a chemist for a while. Then after I left them, then I started my first distillery, Portside Brewing and Distillery. It was the first distillery in Cleveland since Prohibition, I think, and the first brewery distillery in Ohio. And I had a lot of fun there. Well, what a great time. And then I got out of that, and then I think it went under a year or two after I got out of it, and then waited about 5 years. And this guy, he put me in one of those arm bars, and he's like, we got to start a brewery. So here we are. I love beer. That's fantastic. It's a great hobby.
It sure is. I think you were the one that mentioned, you know, like stamp collecting. That's a shitty hobby.
That's a shitty hobby.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
you got stamps.
Stamps. Yeah. Brewing beer is a great hobby. There's a lot of bad hobbies out there, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Simba, how did you get into this?
Yeah, I mean, you know, so I think Cameroon, you know, I come from Cameroon in Africa. Cameroon is known as one of the highest beer consuming nations in the world. You gotta look it up.
Bunch of drunks. is what
Oh
I'm
my
saying.
God! That's why the government can do anything. They like fuck it.
Yeah. Really, I don't care.
So
don't-
more beer here.
Don't
Drink
mess
more
with the beer. Don't mess with the beer. We have trouble.
Don't mess with the beer. Yeah. So, hey, just import that idea, and we'll be just fine.
I think
Yeah.
Cameroon's like one of the highest consumers of Guinness.
Guinness,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, absolutely. Guinness is still a company because of Cameroon. No, truly.
That's why they're
I'm not
involved.
gonna lie to
You're
you.
probably getting the export there, right? You're
Yes,
getting
yes, get
much
export.
better.
Absolutely.
Guinness than
Oh,
we
yeah.
do in the
So when I
States.
came here and I tried Guinness, I was like, "What in the hell?"
What is this?
It's very
Yeah.
different.
Yes, yes, very different. So yeah, so you know, I mean, we love beer, but you know, growing up as a kid, you know, my family, we have a traditional African brews, right? There's palm wine. My dad was into the palm wine a lot. He actually sold it a lot. So
Plum wine?
palm. So yeah. So it's
Palm?
it's not a wine. Now that I understand more about beverages and beer, it's really a beer, fermented openly with natural yeasts.
So
It's not a
fermentation.
wine.
Okay.
Yes, but it is the sugar sauce is from the sap of a palm tree. So
Okay.
ask any African, you know, Nigerians, and I think there's a company in the U.S. that's like trying to make like a version of it.
Okay.
When I went to visit a cousin in New Jersey, he took me to this African store over there, and I was able to buy a couple of bottles of it. Like it's like this rare thing, right? Like you gotta know where it's sold. But it's more of a chemical formula derivative. It's not the real sap like you get it at home. Yeah, but it tastes like palm wine, but you can tell it's not the same thing. So
I think Two Friends ought to make a
I guess
batch.
we got to brew one of those.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a unique taste. As a matter of fact, I probably should have brought one of those bottles over here today. I didn't think about it. I probably should have to have you guys try it.
Well, you're gonna have to come back.
Yeah, because I do have a couple of bottles at home.
We'll make some real palm wine.
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
We'll have to
But yeah,
smuggle in.
so growing up, that's
And you said your dad did that, so
yes, my dad had.
it's been in your
Yeah,
your family to brew.
absolutely. And I mean,
Generation.
I don't wanna, countries are different, nations are different, but in Cameroon, like we are more open to just people living, right? Like there's really not the whole age limit for got 10, 21 or whatever to drink.
Yeah,
just
just
whatever. Yeah, I mean, if
don't
you
act a fool. You
No,
do what you want.
yeah.
Yeah.
And everything is just fine. So, but anyway, I've always been around alcohol. When I came to the U.S., I realized that actually people are making their own beer. I got to know this guy.
Yeah.
I got to know Dan. We became good friends, and so he did a lot of stuff on the homebrew side when he was doing it, but when he was at Portside, that was like a huge eye opener for me. Like he took me down to Portside all the time, and that really reinforced like something, right? That just brought out that innate love for beer and for the craft, that I had in me from young. And
You used to take him to beer festivals
yeah,
too.
but all
That'll really bring it out. Woo!
Get crushed.
We must have seen you then at the Winter Warmer. I remember we were Portside was there.
Oh,
yes, a lot of times. Yes, we were probably. I was there. Everything. If Dan was there, I was there.
yeah.
We opened up. They actually had a bottle of the of their distillery.
Oh yeah,
It was
white rum.
It was just on display,
Uh-huh.
and the one woman that was working, I think she's maybe one of the owners,
Okay.
and I'm like, well, can we try this? And she's like, I
Yeah.
can't stop you from opening it.
Yeah, I remember when we
She
did
said- She
that.
said, I can't open it for you, but if you take it and open it.
Yeah.
So my
Yeah, we
wife
had a
and
lot of
we took it and started
Yep.
doing shots of the rum along.
That was
the beer.
that Winter Warmer.
That was at Winter
Yeah.
Warmer.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we also did that. They had a beer festival over by the Brown Stadium where we did that accidentally as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens. We didn't really talk about this beer though. A wheat wine that's a style of beer I really like. I tried to make one, it wasn't that good, but this is really good, and I like the addition of the honey in it.
Yeah, I love white wines. They're fantastic. I had a wheat wine from New Holland, and this was back in, it might have been the 90s still, maybe early 2000s, I don't know, but it was like Vagabond or something. But I was like, wow, this is different. Ever since I had that wheat wine, I've always liked wheat wines because of that one beer.
So I'm going to ask the ignorant question. I mean, barley wine versus wheat wine.
Yeah, this has just a lot of wheat in it.
And
it's-
is that the major difference? And
Yeah,
a barley
yeah.
wine's going to have barley
Also,
as the...
we have to put quite a bit of rice hulls in there, or else we'll get a stuck mash. And mainly
Flavor wise too, they are completely
I don't know if I've
different.
ever-
They're
Completely
completely
different
different.
flavor.
Wheat wine
Yes,
is-
flavor
You
wise.
hardly
they're
ever find it.
If you had a barley wine here and you had it side by side with a wheat wine, you could tell which
Oh,
one
yeah.
to switch.
Oh,
Yes, for sure.
So the barley wine's usually a little sweet. This is not as sweet as I was thinking it was going to be with the honey.
Yeah, more than likely the honey's been fermented out. You get the residual flavor from there. Oh, we also put honey malt in there as well. I forgot that.
Oh yeah.
Good old Canadian honey malt. I think it was from Canada.
But that's
Blame
crazy.
Canada.
You told me this is 13%.
Yeah.
No, maybe 10%, I
10.5%,
think.
10.5,
Yeah.
You can definitely taste the honey. I mean, like you can taste, right? You can
Yeah,
taste the
for
honey
sure.
flavor
Yeah.
It comes through, for me at least, it comes through really strong.
Well, we also put the honey in after fermentation when it was cold crashed, so it's not going to ferment it out. All the yeast are suspended. But I think a lot of the flavor comes from the honey malt as well.
Now, how old is this? Just pretty new?
When did we do that?
No, this
I think we did that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, maybe at the beginning of the
Okay.
year. Yeah, so maybe end of last year, beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So
But that'll
maybe
hold
6
up
months, 6,
for
7 months.
years.
Yeah, we had an idea that we were going to brew a lot of high alcohol beers before we opened up a couple months before, because high alcohol beers are going to hold up like imperial stouts, barley wines, wheat wines, stuff like that. And then we'd move into other beers like a lager. Then we'd go into old ales, and then right before we opened up, we'd brew a bunch of IPAs.
Yep.
So that was one of the early ones that
Correct.
we brewed.
Yep. I think that's, what did we call this one? No, this was not the Forgotten Old Ale. The Old Ale was the Forgotten Old Ale.
Yeah, we forgot about that one.
Forgot about it. Yeah.
That was
So
great.
I do love old ales too, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your journey, you met Dan, started hanging out with him. You saw the
Yes.
brewing process at Portside.
Mm-hmm.
You've been around it. You saw your dad brewing his palm beer, or palm wine,
Mm-hmm.
and then what said, "Hey, I want to brew my own." I mean, I'm assuming one time you did do your own.
exactly. Yeah. So I think maybe the year before COVID happened, I started asking Dan a little bit more. Like, I want to try to do my own. So Dan was like, well, and I can say, like, as opposed to a lot of home brewers who start the traditional way in a bucket, I did not go that route. I was spoiled.
Well,
You're smart.
He asked me for a homebrew to get some homebrew stuff, and I sent him like, okay, well, this one's very basic, and this will do a good job, just a bucket of homebrew stuff, and this one's more, and this one's more. But if you want to be silly, go ahead and get this spike system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what he got.
So so one day I called
went
Dan.
hard.
I called Dan. I'm like, hey, you want to come brew? You want to come get a brew done today? Dan is like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, come on over, come to the house. So Dan shows up, and I had the whole thing all set up and everything. And he's like,
I was like,
what?
holy shit.
Yeah, it was. Like, damn.
He's like, what is wrong with you?
No,
So-
no easing into
No
it for you.
easing.
Nothing like that for
No.
this guy.
So so I really started, very, very different from what a lot of home brewers will go through. Like, started with a whole 3-vessel system. It was a 10-gallon. I think that system is a 10-gallon system.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So the Spike's 10-gallon system, and it's just been upwards from there. It's beautiful system. As a matter of fact, I think if I can, advise anybody that is maybe interested, it's if you can get it, if it's possible, right?
Do you remember what that first brew was that you did on that spike system? What kind of style?
Yes, we did an IPA. We did a regular IPA. I think it was a smash with 2-row, and I think it was Centennial hops.
Yeah.
And now has that beer
Yeah.
made it into Two Friends at all, or a version of it? Have you had something similar?
Yes, we've brewed something close, but no, not the same exact beer.
Okay.
Not the same exact
Yeah,
beer.
we use a
Yes.
lot of Mosaic and
Yes.
Citra hops. And Crush.
Yeah. That's a.
But I do love
yeah.
Centennial. That Centennial IPA from, what is that, Founders?
Yeah.
Fantastic beer.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
and we have pictures from that day. My dad was there.
Mm-hmm.
The kids were there goofing around. And,
He's like, you know what you need in
It
here?
was-
Some palm sugar. That's
right.
Dave,
Yeah, he was
what was
so-
your first system you brewed on?
Oh, dude.
This is in
what you need. It was
college,
just
right?
aluminum pot on the stove and
Yeah.
2 plastic
The real
buckets.
deal.
Well, I mean,
The
it was.
real deal. Yeah.
I mean, I started out with syrup. Just
I made some apple cider or hard cider
Hard cider.
in a bathtub when I was in college.
I was going to ask you,
Yeah.
did you start in a bathtub, a
know.
garage, basement? Usually that's where the wife or girlfriend would put you.
It was the
for your
garage.
first-
It was the garage.
Garage, all right.
Yeah, it was the garage. Yeah, we had that thing set up on the side of the garage, and And then she was like,
Cider in a bath.
"Get this thing out."
Yeah, we cleaned the bathtub. Well, it's a bathtub. It's clean.
It's porcelain.
So
That's fine.
we cleaned it even more, and then we just put a bunch of apples in there, mashed them out, and left the juice in there.
Nobody can shower for a week while it's fermenting.
Well, I was in college. I don't think I was showering every week.
What's that smell? That's my cider. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like that Strombo. That's how they. Well, I had a buddy from England. That's how he used to do his style of Strombo. Is he would just do it in his bathtub as well. So I'm like, I'll do that.
Why buy a fermenter? I mean,
Yes,
you don't really need one.
Absolutely.
No, you don't need one if you have a bathtub.
Yeah.
So we have about 4 bathtubs coming in.
Wait a second. You might be onto something. There's a lot of names in there you could use too.
We're expanding our
Scrub-a-dub.
brewery to Lowe's,
What's that?
Home Depot.
Scrub-a-dub-dub.
Yeah, scrub.
Okay.
So like now, like with my son is really like trying to show some interest in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I will never let him start the way I did. I want him to really start learning about brewing. From
you're
the
not
Yeah.
going to
tradition.
you're
Oh,
going to make him do the bathtub?
Hell yeah! You're not gonna use that. He wants to really use that 10-gallon system. I'm like, oh hell no.
No.
You get the bathtub.
Yeah.
A pot on
no
the
way.
stove, right?
Yeah.
It's
So
like
so,
Mr.
yep.
Miyagi from Karate Kid. You got to start with a bathtub.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax off.
Yes. Yeah. You gotta do something. Yeah. No. You can't start like that.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
not, no
man.
fun. No
You're
fun.
mean. You are
But
very mean.
but I feel like I have the experience of like cutting lines on a palm tree to get sap. So hey.
Yeah, you got that going for you.
Right.
Here's a palm
I can't talk. Yeah.
Gotta whack a palm tree a couple times before you know what's what.
That's your sugar
Yeah.
sauce, right?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go down the line here. We got some unopened cans.
I'm
We
gonna
gotta.
switch it up here.
Okay.
We can do the. Tell me, is it the Collinworth IPA?
Hey, Tom.
Collinwood
Get
IPA,
the-
yeah. Let me see if it's
Bring that around, like, get it right in your mouth there, or at least, yeah.
Why? You can't hear me?
I can hear you, but it's a little
the cream
echoey.
ale, special treasure.
That was it.
Special treasure.
cream ale. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
real treasure trail.
All right, let me have your glass, Dave. Can you hear that?
Yeah. Those treasures. Yeah.
That's the treasure trail sound effect.
All right, so obviously Collinworth IPA. You guys is that considered the
Collinwood
Collinwood
area.
Collinwood area?
So Collingwood is like East 185th. It's also over by what's that place that has the bands playing over there? Waterloo area. Waterloo area.
Yes, of Waterloo.
That's also Collinwood.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you go south of Route 2 or Route 90, whatever you want to call it, that's also Collinwood.
Mm-hmm.
So you have South Collinwood, North Collinwood, and I think that might be it.
Yeah.
But we're in Collinwood, so here's to Collinwood.
And
Yes,
what we have here,
cheers.
then, it's an IPA.
Yeah, Collinwood IPA. We use Citra, Mosaic, and I think that's it. Yeah, it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I get some dankness. Yeah.
but not. I mean, it does. It's not the
It's
predominant.
not the predominant like you usually get with like a heavy mosaic. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
6.5.
Yeah, about that.
6.5.
Yep.
It smells dank
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We like a good dank beer.
Dank is good.
It was funny because I was just researching how that word dank came about. This came about with marijuana, but before that it was like
No way.
moldy. Moldy is an adjective or adjective for
Synonym.
mold,
Yeah, I could see that.
like
Yeah.
a dank mold.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah, like
something
basement.
like that.
dank.
Yeah. So now I'm not.
Basement,
I don't know if I really feel good about dank.
Well, I mean, Saison,
I don't like
I don't know.
I don't like mold.
It's
horse blanket, hay.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or most of the
That's what it
flavors.
is.
Yeah, that's what
But I
it
like a
is.
dank IPA. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But
We're looking for new words. We need new
please
words.
come give us new words if you're watching us on Facebook.
Something that smells and tastes dank, but isn't the word dank.
Yeah.
It's not moldy. Yeah, we're not trying to. Yeah.
I never should have looked up where that word came from because it kind of ruined it. I liked the word before that.
Well, what made you look it up? You're just like, hey.
Knowledge destroys happiness.
Knowledge destroys happiness. That might be the quote of the day.
Man, come on now.
It could be the.
Come on, dude.
Man,
It might be the quote of the day. Dank destroys. I'm gonna write that down.
Don't even find out. Don't find out.
You
You
don't
don't
wanna
want to
know.
know.
So the opposite of that is ignorance is bliss.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
true.
yeah.
that's absolutely
You don't
true.
want to know.
Don't tell me what's in there. Don't tell me how it's made.
Yeah, I wish somebody would just came up to me when I was looking up on my phone, just smack my phone. Don't do it! Knock my phone out
I
of
don't
my
want to
hand.
know. You'll thank me later.
All right, so you gave us your journey. You guys obviously met during that journey. That since Ozimba that kind of got you the knowledge, and you got the brewer system. You guys were friends. What was that one magical day? How much were you drinking when you said, "Let's open a brewery"?
Well, like, I mean, everybody knows we were chemists. We worked together for a long time. And, when Dan was down at Portside, it was always fun, like we were down there, and Dan was the one person that would always have me down there. He was like, come on, come on in.
So you
It's
had
good.
Portside envy.
Well, Dan and I are really good friends. Yeah, we're really good friends. So we talk about a lot of stuff, and
I don't know if there was ever a time where we crossed the threshold.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, we're here now.
Yeah, and I think we were looking for years though for a place. Like we'll always drive by some place if we're going somewhere and we're like, that looks like a nice place for a brewery. Just talking like that, you know. That looks like a nice place for a brewery. That looks like a nice place for a brewery. That looks like a nice place for a brewery. That one looks like a nice place.
Well, I mean, you guys did find
even
a
when you
place
had
where
Portside.
there isn't. I mean, Collision Bend is a little bit close. Their new facility out there, the production facility, but other than going out further out to Menor and then going back towards Goldhorn or somewhere, you guys are in kind of a dead zone there.
We wanted to have a neighborhood brewery where people around the neighborhood would feel comfortable about coming down and having a good time. And I think that's what we got. We have a good neighborhood. We enjoy the people that come down there. We have a lot of regulars, wonderful people. Then you have other people that come from out of town just to have our beer because they've heard great things about it. So we're gifted. We're really happy with what's occurred.
It was a beer desert, and now it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Now it's a dank desert.
Dank desert.
Dank desert.
How did this desert become moldy?
There's no mold there. There's no mold. No. They clean a lot. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just an adjective, people.
Yeah, no, that area has just been transformed. I mean, it's changed. It's changed so much right in front of our own eyes. Like we would. I mean, everybody knows it's not a secret. Like the Cleveland Brewery was there, and we were fans.
Yeah.
And
they invested. The city of Cleveland invested something like $12 million in East 185th to redo the entire road. They also did. I think they did They did a lot of stuff all throughout the road. They did the sidewalks, the road, but it looks fantastic compared to what it used to look like.
Yeah.
So we wanted to be something that could, stabilize there, be a cornerstone to the neighborhood, just a really good brewery. And I think we've achieved that. We're very happy. And I think the neighborhood really, really likes us. We're getting a lot of great special support from those people.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I know you guys have food trucks. I mean, they want to be there because they know you have good beer.
Yeah.
What was the name of the truck we were down there? It was, the
dog
jerk
bowl-
chicken.
Dog bowl?
the dog bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also had food truck that comes down there, the Twisted something.
That spicy Jamaican place. Yeah.
Twisted Jerk.
A Twisted Jerk. Yeah. Oh, that was
Twisted
who
Jerk.
was there.
Yeah,
today. You
that's
guys
who
were
was there. Yeah.
Okay.
Twisted Jerk was very
yeah,
good. Both of them are great. I
both of them
love
are
Jamaican
really good.
food and I love Cajun food. So
Yes,
I'm, like,
okay,
I'm in heaven
okay.
when either of them shows up.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question about that. What one of your beers pairs best with those spicy foods?
Oh gosh. I would probably say the cream ale. You got to wash that stuff off your throat.
You got,
You're gonna
that's
be
true.
burning.
Yeah.
you got
It's
to.
either the cream ale
But-
or milk.
Yeah, but when you guys were there, I think we had Celebrating Your Pilsner on tap.
Yeah, that's
when you
a good
guys
one,
were
too.
there.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people would have probably had that if
Yeah,
you had
you
that
gotta-
really spicy stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get that off your palate because it's
Yeah.
hot
Yeah,
and
spicy.
delicious. Yeah.
Was there used to be a street festival on 185th? Do they close that down sometimes? Is that
Yeah,
in the
they had
past,
it
or-
maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, but they stopped that, and they're talking about introducing that again. So I think we'll be seeing that hopefully next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
we have a good economic development organization around there, and they're really trying to bring the area back and have the kind of outreach that it used to have.
They do something a little bit different than the festival now. Like I think this year, I think it's like the last Saturday of May. Is it May? Yeah. So last year they did it before we even opened. This year they did it again. Is the Collinwood, the 185th Street Walk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really a festival like they used to do, but it's like a toned down version of that, right? They don't block the streets. Like, I was there and I saw the festivals. Like they would block both sides of the street and it was like a whole thing. With the street walk, the street is still open, but the businesses do come out and you
Set up on the sidewalks
you
and-
showcase what you have. Yes.
Yeah.
And then they kind of they market it and you have people coming down, the neighbors do come out. And last year, I mean, it was like two completely different worlds. Last year it was like 90 degrees. Last year May, the last Saturday of May. This year it was like 55.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
And rain. So
global warming.
Yeah. Right.
yeah, so it was so weird this year, but they still did it. Come rain or sun or whatever, and it was good. I mean, we were open now. Last year we were not open. We're still building out, and you had a lot of interest from folks just going by and say, "Hey, what's going to open here?"
Yeah. So that neighborhood walk that we had on East 185th, we had a live band playing there, and I think next year we'll try to get them outside the live band,
Correct.
and we can get more people. So we're trying to build up that neighborhood walk to get it eventually back to where we have a East 185th festival. So now we have like the Diet Coke or the 1 calorie of East 185th festival, and we'll march on up there, and we'll have a proper festival before too long.
Yeah, I always tell them, like, I feel like we are the maybe Market Garden Brewery or Great Lakes of West 25th area or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that. Like I think we can really be a resource for that East Side area. And kind of change that whole area to be something completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at
Yeah.
Great Lakes Brewing Company, when they moved into Ohio City, it was not a good neighborhood. And it took quite a while. Even when Sam McNulty opened up the beer market, it's still, I was working there at that time, and my car got broken into. So it wasn't the best neighborhood, but now it's fantastic.
It wasn't
So-
that bad. I spent 4 years of high school there.
Well, yeah, no, it wasn't.
You spent in
It's St. Ignatius.
it's St. Ignatius.
It's just down
me
the
a
street. It's 2 blocks away.
Yeah, with big walls around it.
No, there's no walls.
So you guys,
I was gonna say if you spend 4 years in Cleveland School District,
I walked the back alleys to all the way to Lutheran Hospital to get on the bus there.
yeah, because you had to get to Lutheran Hospitle.
Well, I mean, the whole
The
like,
neighborhood was not that bad.
No, it's great now. It's fantastic now,
yeah,
and it's probably been fantastic for the last
for a long
oh,
time. Yeah.
10, probably like 15 years, 20 years.
But the truth about it, Tom, is that, I mean, truly, I think those breweries kind of revitalized that area, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's a debate. Like
No,
that is a fact.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
So
so
what the Conways did for the Ohio City area is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beer does good.
Yeah.
So you guys do have a little patio outside on the sidewalk. Is the city pretty welcoming of that? And they're
Oh,
pretty
absolutely.
tolerant and they encourage that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great.
they're actually happy that we put that patio in. Very happy.
That's Avon could learn a couple of things, right?
Meh.
Yeah, Avon shits on anything. Anyway.
I can.
Anything patio.
If we can shit on Avon, we're in Cleveland. We don't
Yeah,
care.
please do.
Let's talk about Avon.
Yeah.
But so I mean, we're talking about that. You guys connecting with the community. When we were there, we saw you guys have the pool tables and things for activities. You have a nice little room that has the chairs.
Oh, the champagne room. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
I know.
Go check out episode 104. You can see all of this.
And you guys talked about how you do have different. I think I can't remember if it was a book club or some people that are coming there and doing stuff. I mean, you guys promote things for the community.
we want it to be a place that people can come there and relax and have a good time. So one of the things that Azimba wanted to have is like our pool table and our skee ball and all that stuff. You don't have to pay for it. Just come on down and have a good time. We feel that if you go over to your friend's place and you're playing a game of pool, are you going to be paying for it? Probably not.
I mean, Dave charges us for the beer. Here,
Oh.
so.
We're going to run out on that tab. Yeah, your credit card got declined. Bye.
That was a library card you gave me. Damn it.
But you don't take Giant Eagle food pure perks? What's going on?
Come on, man. I can't spend this.
No, but we want it to be a relaxing place where people can have fun, and also we want people to make more new friends there as well. So
Are they allowed to have more than 2 friends though?
Oh yes, more than 2 friends, but we're gonna be introducing something to get more people down there and get more people to interact with each other while they're down there. We're gonna try to introduce a new program for that. So if you come down there, you make a new friend, and you take a picture. You come back in a year with that friend, or maybe not a year.
6 months.
6 months, 3 months, something. And you'll get a free pint.
Next morning.
Yeah.
For a luxuriously moist.
Dave, that's
Yeah. You might need a pint if you come back to the next morning.
yeah. So I mean, a lot of breweries do like the clubs,
Yeah.
and we're thinking about working towards something like that.
Yeah.
Friendship club. Yeah, we'll put something together. Yeah, and I think it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be beautiful.
It's gonna be great.
Or incredibly awkward. We're not sure yet.
No, it's gonna be beautiful.
It's going to be something.
Okay, it's beautiful.
Big, beautiful friendship club.
Big, beautiful friendship club. That's great.
I think I'm getting thirsty with this.
Yeah. Oh, well, Zimba, you made that really weird. Really weird. Oh, something happened over there. Some beer flame.
You gotta.
Dave, can I have your glass?
That's
Yes,
a nice one.
you may. We're going to put beer in it, absolutely. All right, let's get into the boil. I think we skipped the boil off, but that's all right.
You got it.
So, what do you guys got coming up as far as like beer releases or bands playing, trivia, anything going on at the brewery?
Yeah, we have a band playing Saturday. It's
LP. Oh, Papa Louie.
yeah, Papa Louie's playing
Papa Louie.
Saturday.
Yeah, Papa Louie.
Papa Louie.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
What's the genre of music?
He just does classic
Yeah.
rocks, and he's fantastic.
Yeah.
He has like a little amplifier that he brings with his acoustic guitar, and he's great.
Really
We
good
had him
guy.
for that East 185th Street Walk,
Yeah,
and he did a great job.
good job.
He's been around forever. Not forever, but
Well, he's
like
from the
probably
neighborhood.
like 40
He's from the
years.
neighborhood too.
Okay.
So he's from the neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah, if you get a guy that can play guitar and
Mm-hmm.
engage the audience and get them going, man,
Yeah, he's
that's a good
fantastic.
time.
Yeah,
I just
So we like him, and we have him this Saturday, and we have a jazz band coming up again. And another jazz band coming up again.
Yeah, we've been working on putting together, open mic nights.
Oh yeah.
What else? So what do we got here? This is the alt beer.
This is the double loop.
Oh, double loop. All right.
So tell us about double loop.
Double loop. Am I saying it wrong? Double Luke.
Double loop, yeah.
Loop.
So
Loop
like
circle.
it's like the roller coaster.
At Jog Lake.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So
So we have a wonderful bartender, and
Laurel.
she
shout out.
shout out to her, and she loves her roller coasters. So
Oh, I think we met her that night.
no,
Was she named
Oh,
that
was she
beer?
there? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, if she was. Yeah,
But-
she named that beer.
yeah. So she came up with that name, but
So I'm assuming it's a double IPA.
No, it's
no,
Belgian double.
Belgian double.
Belgian.
So we use that special B malt on it, and Cara 40, I think it was.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at it. I should have brought the brew sheets.
No, you're good.
My brain does not have
it
that
it
big of
was-
a hard
it was-
drive
it-
anymore.
Yeah, it was Cara 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that caramely.
Yeah, yeah, we wanted to give it to that, and then we had a bunch of Belgian Abbey yeast that we added, so that's what fermented it out. We fermented it out, I think it was 68 degrees, and yeah, I thought it turned out fantastic. I'm really a fan of it. I drink this all the time. Yeah,
It's got I mean, to me, this would be an introductory beer for somebody who hasn't had Belgians before.
Yeah.
I think it's a very
yeah, we didn't want
Yeah, it's
the Belgian
approachable.
flavor to come kicking through there like the Juggernaut, so I think it's very good.
Is it higher? Is this closer to 7 or 8, or is this?
Yeah, this
It's
is 8%.
8%. Yeah.
Yeah. And we have a bitter Belgian there too, and that's more like I think it's five or
It's five and a half.
6%.
Yeah, 5.5.
I should have brought my notes.
You good.
Yeah,
you
just,
got 'em all
you
up.
can say whatever you want.
You got 'em all up there. You got
These
'em all-
guys
you got 'em
can't
all
taste
up there.
it. They don't know.
Yeah, you got them all up there.
We'll agree with you.
You got it. Yeah. No. I mean,
We're not
you're right
calling
on.
out.
You're right
No.
on point.
Yeah. So we had
Yeah.
a good time brewing that.
Yeah. She enjoyed when we were brewing this beer. She ran downstairs that day. She's like, "So what you guys brewing?" And I was like, "We're bringing Belgian double." She's like, "You know what? You should name it a double loop." She's a.
You're like-
yeah.
She's a roller coaster
She's
fanatic.
A fanatic, yeah.
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 Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she takes time off work, she goes to see the point. Yes.
Yeah.
That's how much she just.
She
loves-
travels America,
Yes.
going to
Roller
different
coasters.
roller
different
coasters,
Yeah.
which is great because I love roller coasters. I
Yes.
could completely see that.
And she has a strong network of friends that they kind of meet and they do their thing, and I think it's beautiful. I
Yeah.
mean, you see the pictures and you see the camaraderie, and you just see
And they love it.
see what they do.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely! It looks
Yeah.
to me like a blast every time you just watch them.
Yeah.
Well, how great for her that she lives so close to Cedar Point. I mean,
Yes, yeah.
so many great roller coasters.
yeah.
I can't do them. I can't do them. Yeah.
So what's your
Okay.
worst part of a big ride like that?
Oh my God, the first hill. I lose my lunch, man.
You
That's
one
not
of those
for me.
when they take the picture, you're like,
I'm like, I think I just shat myself.
But that's the guys behind you problem.
I don't care.
Yeah, no, I am personally not a huge fan either. But they always say God will test you in all kinds of ways. My kids, oh my God,
They love it.
My daughter,
Oh.
she is a huge fan. Like she roller coaster is a thrill for her. I'm like, how? Where did you get that from?
I'm good.
Your mom doesn't even like them as much. Like, where is this coming from? She's like, and she's just in heaven with
You're
it.
like, I got to get somebody to go on these with you because I don't want to go.
Yeah, no. She's like, yo, come on, Daddy, you'll be fine. Come on. And then I get on, and I'm like, oh God, please help me, please.
Oh Lord, please. I want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they had a roller coaster at Jogga Lake called the Double Loop.
Yes.
Yes, no, they do. They do.
That's
That's
what we
that's
named
where
it
she
after.
named it
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is
They had a
double.
machine at Jogga Lake that would spin you around, and then the floor would
Yep.
drop out.
Rotor.
The rotor. Oh my God! I went on that, and I was like, "Oh, that's great!" And I went on again, and I said, "Oh, that's great!" And I went on again with my brothers, and then I came out and I threw up.
Like, well,
Yeah,
lesson
Third
learned.
time's a charm.
third time's a charm. Boy, oh
Yeah,
boy!
you wanna
Even
do
think
that
about
again?
it makes me kind of easy.
Oh.
All right.
All right, so for beer events, well, this is local happenings, I guess. It's kind of it's a sad but yet heartwarming story. Rocky River Brewing Company, I saw they had a fire, but the beer community kind of just rallied around them and just offered them a lot of support. I don't think there was a tremendous amount of damage.
There was.
There was.
So
I stand corrected.
it didn't look that bad. Some of the footage you saw on Facebook and stuff,
Yeah.
but talking to some people who live in that area, it was gutted.
Was it?
And at least a post I saw today, they are estimating $12 million of damage.
Ooh, I stand corrected.
12
But
million.
they're, unless there was a decimal point, maybe 1.2.
That's a
But
lot
still,
of
it's a
money.
lot.
It's still something.
Could it have been 1.25? Too soon? Too soon. Too soon.
What about
Too soon.
But to your point, yeah, I saw the Lakewood food truck
Yeah.
park
Yeah.
was doing a fundraiser for them. I think you had mentioned about Saucy.
I sent that to you. Yeah.
Yeah, Saucy
Just
said, "Hey, well,
yes, it's-
everybody who
something
works
to-
there, we're gonna, offer a
offer
beer and a meal, like
yeah.
every day."
Mhm.
So that
Through July, I think.
Through-
all way
through the month, yeah.
Yeah, so the beer community is coming together to support that, which is
Yeah.
fantastic. Here's wishing they do open back
Yeah.
up, sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed going there.
yeah, I mean,
I remember
For
going there when
years.
was it Matt Cole from Fatheads? He was working there.
he was.
Yes, he
Yeah.
was.
A while back. That was fun. They've always had good beer.
They had good beer. They had good
Good
food.
food.
Love their jambalaya. My staples when I go there.
Asian nachos was ours.
Oh, the Asian nachos are good too. Yeah, I forgot about those.
Those are delicious.
So yeah, let's hope they get back up on their feet
So is there?
sooner.
Well, I mean, this kind of stuff happens, but is there some stuff out there that like as far as like help for the brewery that you guys have heard about? that you
I have not heard.
wanna put out there?
It's
Yeah.
pretty early days, I think. But
Yeah, I mean, so there is a GoFundMe account. I'm not sure if that's for the employees. I can't imagine that's to rebuild. I'm assuming it's for helping out folks, but
No, how did the fire happen?
I have not heard any details of that. And again, I haven't read
Yeah, I
anything,
don't know.
but I don't know. It might be a little too early. That's just barely over a week, I think, now that it
Yeah.
happened.
Mhm.
They're probably still investigating it.
It's terrible.
yeah, I mean, it's a great brewery. I mean, even
It happened during the day, like early in the morning time. I don't think they were open with people yet, but it was not like an overnight thing. It was.
I heard firefighters got injured.
There were supposedly 2
Yeah.
firefighters that did get. Yeah.
Yeah. Hope they're recovering well.
yes. Wow, that was a downer. Let's
Yeah, thanks
let's
for bringing that one up.
let's hope for the best for those guys.
For sure. For sure. Yeah.
We do have some beer events coming up. The Brewers of the Corn. Do you recall the date of the first Brewers of the Corn?
Let me get my spreadsheet out.
Get your spreadsheet out, Tom.
Hot off the press.
I saw that pop up on the
Yeah.
reels.
Yeah.
Friday, July 18th
Mm.
is the first Brewers of the Corn.
Okay.
That's out at Red Wagon, put on by Four Paws and Red Wagon. It's usually, I can't remember, maybe 12 or 14 breweries that'll be out there.
Now, is Lorraine represented or Medina,
Lorraine,
one of the?
Lorraine Brewing will be
Okay.
there for the Friday, July 18th one. And again, it's a great event. It's fun. It literally is a corn maze with breweries set up. You do have to find your way to the breweries through the maze.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I like that.
Tickets are, I think, very reasonable. Go on the website for Red Wagon Four Paws to get information on that. They are doing 3 of them. This is the first one.
Yeah. I'm hoping to make it a one. We're always up in Marblehead, so it's tough for
Yeah,
us. But
they are Fridays, so it is a little bit
Okay.
different. They're
Okay.
not necessarily going to miss into your Saturday, Sunday, but it will take the beginning of your weekend.
not gonna get into the getting wrecked on the deck time.
If that's a Saturday thing, it
Okay.
won't impact that.
Okay.
I think all the Brewers of the Corns are on Fridays. I think it's 5 to 8:30, I believe, is the time for those.
Nice. We also have in August Lagerland. That's out at the Collision Bend facility
Yep.
in Euclid, close to you guys.
Yeah.
I will say before that, if we're going to talk about Lorraine Brewing at least,
Yes.
we do have the Best of Lorraine
Okay.
is on July 24th, which is a Thursday
Great.
night. That's out at Lorraine Community College at I think it's the Spitzer Center that's out there.
Okay. Yeah.
That's highlighting all the folks who have been the top 3 nominees for all the different categories, and Lorraine Brewing Company is got about at least 5 or 6 nominations, one of which is for Best Brewer of Lorraine County. Then, like you said, the Collision Bend Lagerland,
Mhm.
that's part of Cleveland Beer Week.
Yes.
So you guys can get information on that looking at the Cleveland Beer Week website. That is the second event that they're having. The golf outing, I think, was the first one. And then you've got the Lagerland, which is on August 9th.
Yes. 16th.
August 16th, sorry. August 16th. And Lorraine Brewing Company will be there for that.
Nice.
If there are people doing the Medina County Passport,
As you are, because you're in every passport.
We don't have a problem.
we did get started in this one. That party is actually August 17th, which
Oh,
is a
really?
Sunday.
When does that wrap up?
I think it's like the August 3rd.
Get some. Get some. What's this last beer we have here?
This is the
Yeah, it's like beer, please. Yeah,
this is the smoked. What's the smoked one?
yeah, it's a smoke.
Oh,
it's
yes, please.
So
Love smoke beer.
Smoke signal.
you want to do that one, Dan?
Oh,
Do
sure.
the honors.
Yeah. So this is our smoke signal. Made with smoke stout. Wow, there's a lot of beer in that can.
Yeah.
There is and I don't have the exact date. There in August. There is the second Brewers of the Corn takes place in August on
Okay.
a Friday. You have to look at the website for that one. And then September 5th, which is a Friday, is the third Brewers of the Corn, which
Okay.
some form of Lorraine Brewing Company
That's again a smoke.
will be
Yeah.
there.
Okay, yeah.
What do you have?
Yeah, I didn't
You
go
have-
that
you
far
have
out because if you
smoke
get into October, I think you also get
IPA.
into
signal?
the
Okay.
some of the other Cleveland Beer Week things, including Stout It Out Loud, and I think that's in October. Anyway,
yeah.
that's a long way out.
Yeah.
We're still in the summer. Let's concentrate on the
as far as
summer.
August, yeah.
Yeah.
So what is this called, Dan?
Is our smoke signal? It's
Smoke
our smoke
signal.
stout. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
made with a little roasted barley, chocolate malt, a bunch of smoked malt, about 50% smoked malt, and we have a few other things in there.
Oh yeah.
De-bittered black malt.
De-bittered
Put
black,
that in there
yeah.
too.
Cheers. Now, what's the ABV come in on this?
This is 6%.
6.6%.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Say with confidence, 6%.
Mm-hmm.
6%.
Yeah.
And
No,
even-
this is a low ABV.
Even
one.
if it's
Yeah.
5.5 or 7.
I think it's
No,
like
no, no,
6.2.
No. Yeah. It was. When if you look at the sheet, it's actually I think it was like 6.3, 6.3%.
I love a smoke beer.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that
Like
is good.
Low alcohol one.
I don't think we tried this when we were out there. Did we?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
she's
not.
smelling. She's like, "What is that?"
Who knows?
Yeah.
Impossible to say.
Impossible.
Do you guys have any beer releases coming up here in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, we have a fruity wheat beer we're going to be putting on tap.
Some summer one. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of days from now. And then we're going to be putting some bourbon aged beers on tap as well.
The bar
And
aged
then we just got done fermenting our Danny Green Irish Ale, and we've had our
You realize
Pilsner.
it's St. Patrick's Day's in March, right?
but people are like, got to give me this Danny Green Irish Ale, so I'm gonna bomb you. I'm like, okay, fine.
Holy
So-
shit. That's
They
aggressive.
They're
Okay,
serious.
yeah,
We got
They're
aggressive
serious. They're
customers.
serious around it.
Yeah,
That was
they're
Chagrin.
very
You're
serious
not-
about
you're
their
not
beer.
close to his bond. He was in Chagrin. Where was he?
Danny Green?
Where he died, yeah, with the bombing.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are still far from that. That's
Yeah, but he was in Collinwood.
Yeah.
What's it called?
They have a building that they blew up that he wasn't in at the time because he was out of town or something or somewhere else. But it's in Waterloo.
Okay.
But yeah, he lived around that area. And it's funny when you have an establishment in that area. You have a Danny Green because we had that Irish ale. You have people coming in there.
Telling stories.
Everybody has
They
stories.
know. Oh my
yeah,
God.
How they met him.
if they're over
You know.
50, they got stories about Danny Green. Yeah.
So there was a lady who was giving we had a little tour from one of the homebrew groups, and she, we write like the names of the beers on the board we have down in the basement, and she saw that. Oh my goodness! Like I can't even recreate the expression.
Try.
Yeah.
Please try.
You want me to?
Yeah.
So anyway, it was crazy. It was insane. I'm like, and it was all about the name Danny Green. She just went on. She told stories about it.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. It was crazy.
Yeah, we had a guy come in there and he told us about how he used to buy his dope from Danny Green. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
I didn't know Danny Green was into that.
Oh, he was into everything. He also would buy fireworks from him too.
Oh. Wow. Well, explosives. That makes sense.
Talking about fireworks, are you guys going to be open on the 4th of July?
Oh, are we?
Yes,
Yes, you are.
Yes,
We
we are.
will be open. It's a week there.
Friday.
Yeah,
That's right. It's
yeah.
coming Friday.
So
Couple days away,
we are open on the 4th of July.
What are your hours?
Schedule the same
Yeah,
thing.
3 to
We might-
10?
3 to 9. I mean, we might move it up a little bit, maybe a little bit earlier.
Yeah, maybe
in
we
the
should
day.
open earlier.
Yeah,
So
we'll open
follow
at
that
like
on-
one.
follow that on
Like
Facebook,
one.
guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll change that on Facebook. Yeah, maybe like 1 o'clock. But yeah, we will open a little earlier, and maybe close a little bit later. It's the weekend, so
Because there are fireworks. Euclid puts off fireworks, right?
Euclid does.
Let's say Euclid does, right?
Do they still do that?
They still do.
I
Because
think so.
remember they took a break from that for a bit. They used to have the best fireworks, and
Cleveland does.
They were one of the
Cleveland
best
does, and
we saw
we're
for
not
a
far
while.
from. We're not far
yeah,
from
but back
that,
in the
too.
'90s, Euclid used to have the best. But that's just me. I'm biased.
Yeah, Cleveland does. Cleveland puts on a good show too, and we're not that far from that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, No, I mean, we're gonna be open, and as always, we'll have the neighborhood come in, and it's gonna be good.
Any music events coming up, Dave?
Oh, dude, yes, we got some. So I started using AI. I'm like, I used to go to like the Scene magazine and the Agora site and Temple Live, and just scroll through their calendar and find things.
So that's where you're getting your music stuff.
Yeah,
If you want to get beer information, though, where do you go to get your beer information?
Northeast Ohio Crap Brewery News.
Are we cross-posting on that?
Absolutely every week.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Just want to make
to
sure.
their page. Yeah,
They might
still
kick
doing
you
that.
off after this one.
Yeah, they might. I don't know.
All right. So what do you find about music? If you see,
So I just type it in. Hey, give me a schedule of music events that focuses on metal, rock and roll, and country in the Northeast Ohio area for July. And it's like D. Boom! I just copied and pasted this. So here we go. And we didn't have to draw fingers. There was no finger drawing.
No hands.
Did you look it
No
up?
hands.
Make
So
sure
there was no
it's right?
sixth finger
No
that
hand
looked really
jobs.
weird. There was no hand jobs. And, well, I wouldn't say.
here, no more
I
beer.
wouldn't say zero.
No more
finger
beer
jobs.
for us. We're cutting them off.
So in Lakewood, the Mercury Lounge, we talked about that venue before. Powerman 5000, Head PE, and Il Nino.
Boy, Power
So-
Man 5000.
Yeah, that's a '90s power trio right there.
Wasn't he like Rob Zombie's cousin or
I
something?
believe that.
Yeah.
That sounds right. I was kind of into Il Nino back in the day. Yeah. So July 17th at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. That's not what it's called anymore. It's Rocket Arena.
Okay, Rena. Yeah.
Ghost. You a Ghost fan? Kind of a progressive
like the Patrick
metal.
Swayze movie?
No.
I don't,
So you're
So
just
talking a different
joking.
language here.
yeah,
for me.
I don't know. Ghost has all the things that you would think I would like. I don't really like them. They're kind of too theatric. The guy dresses up. He looks like the Pope. like the
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
like the satanic pope or something with a thing and
Yeah. I think he has white makeup on sometimes.
the white makeup. Like I'm not into it. Anyway, but they're coming if you're into
Cool.
it. Luke Bryan, July 11th at Blossom.
That's country, right?
That's country.
When you
That-
said
that-
that, I knew it was going to be at Blossom.
Yeah. So that I put that in there for Matthias. What's up,
Hi,
bro?
Matthias.
I wonder if you're.
Yeah.
There's no way he's watching. He's got too much going on. And then of course incarceration is going on in Mansfield down at the prison. So everybody's there who's anybody. July 18th through the 20th. I kind of wish I was going, but I'm not because multi-day festivals are just not for me anymore. I just can't do it, man. I'm an old man. And
If you
it's a
do
lot.
go down there, though, stop by Phoenix Brewing beforehand.
Yes.
Get some good beers before you
That's-
go in
Yeah,
there.
That's right.
Yeah, I like going to Phoenix.
Yeah, no, you know what? I haven't really been to Phoenix yet.
Been there
Yeah,
quite a few
it's-
times.
For real?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, whenever I
that's
go down
one
to
place
Columbus, I
really
try
wanna
to
go.
swing by there
I
and have a few beers.
really do want to go to Phoenix. Bro.
We were they hosted us. We were up in their bourbon room. You should check that out. That's nice if it's open and available. I should have looked up the episode number.
Yeah.
It's in the hundreds.
There's something about that
Oh, 100.
logo that just like speaks to my soul.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Say, hey, Phoenix, if you're listening, man, you have a fan out here.
Yeah.
Man, for real. Like when I look at the logo, I'm like, oh, I got to go there.
They got good beer. I'm telling you. Okay. We also so at Pantera is going to be at Incarceration, and then a couple days later they're playing at Blossom, so they're going to be hanging around the area.
At Pantera?
Pantera.
I've actually heard of them.
Are they
And-
playing with they were in Pittsburgh. Are they playing with a Monomoth?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Blossom, the 23rd.
Of July.
I'm
Yes.
going. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We got to go.
23rd of July.
You gotta take me
There you
with you?
go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's all go.
So here's a crazy story. Like, imagine, imagine like you went to like South Africa or something,
Yes.
right? And you had to go to your first concert in South Africa, right? That's me in the U.S. having to go to my first concert in the U.S.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what it was?
Give me a second.
Bruce Springsteen.
What year?
Yeah, what year?
Willie Nelson.
2000.
Willie Nelson.
2000.
Garth Brooks or something.
Well, you guys have all the time, guess.
Come on.
Just think about it.
Metallica. You saw Metallica in 2000.
Hat. Very close. Very close.
Who was
Very close.
Megadeth.
Mushroom Head.
Mushroom Head. I love Mushroom Head.
I
That's
think
crazy.
this was at the Agora.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like this was Mushroom Head,
Yeah.
and the crazy thing is that they moved me all the way up to the mash pit.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I was like, where in the heavens am I?
What's going on?
They wanted you to get your ass kicked.
Yeah. Mushroom Head Pig.
I
is
had some
nuts.
friends. I had some and I'm still friends with those guys till today. Really good.
He doesn't learn.
No? I don't know about that.
Yeah, really good. No, really, really great people. But yeah, I mean, it was like unbelievable. Mushroom Head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like Mushroom Head? Is that your?
Well, aren't they from around here? Right?
They are. They're kind of local. I forget exactly
yeah,
where, but
yeah. It was fun. I remember that night like probably
funny.
a few things else in my life.
yeah.
I remember that there's so many vivid memories from that, just that environment of that day.
Yeah. Were you tripping?
No.
Tripping balls?
It was. I didn't even have to. It's like I was so new
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
country, and then the
That must have been a
atmosphere.
huge shock.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you're gonna remember
Yes,
that.
that's why I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! I didn't do any. No, those guys were not into that stuff.
Yeah.
They were just lovers of metal music.
Yeah.
And and they were like, yeah, let's take somebody to that. I'm like, what the hell? And I ask them now like that, like no, we didn't. They're like, we didn't think anything about it. We're just trying to
Okay,
you know.
let's go to Pantera, then we'll go to Mushroom Head after that.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Yes, I'll
Well,
do it.
they play around
That's
here.
it. I'll do it.
They'll be out.
I
Yeah.
think I've been to Pantera twice. I liked it each time. Great
Yeah.
performance.
I've seen them a couple times.
Then I saw Amon downtown, somewhere by Cleveland State. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Incarceration or Sonic Temple. I saw Amon Amarth, and Incarceration. We saw Pantera
Cool.
a couple years ago.
Good times.
Yeah. So the last one on the list, July 9th, coming up. Sanguishka
What?
This is a Columbus show, but I included this band because they're just so deathy, and they're just. I'll play some for you. Oh, it's just sludgy. Oh, it's all of that. It's all of that.
And that's
But they're local. They're around here
and they're
from
playing
here.
Ace of Cups in Columbus.
in Columbus. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not going, but I'm just saying.
I was going to say, my only thing to add to that, and I know it's not July, so it's August 1st, which is close.
Yes.
And we're talking about Mercury Lounge. I just popped up on my Facebook feed. That's how AI listens to you.
Yeah.
The Suite.
The Sweet.
Changing venue, changing musical.
No,
Yes.
I'm Mercury Lounge.
Yes, but
Do you want to get behind the mic here, huh?
no. Yes. Go ahead.
Can I finish?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Go ahead.
You know,
Go ahead.
it was going to do it.
Ballroom Blitz. Love is like oxygen.
Ballroom Blitz.
That's a Crocus, isn't it?
No.
Ballroom Blitz.
From
That's a good song.
yeah, from my gosh.
Isn't that what you like put into the what do they call that thing right before you have a bar fight? Ballroom
Oh,
Blitz.
yeah, jukebox.
Remember that jukebox? What was that one show? Dirty Work, and he meant to put Ballroom Blitz in there, but he put in "Do you like pina coladas?" instead. It's like it was the worst bar fight ever. You like pina coladas?
Beating the shit out of
But
somebody.
they're actually playing at the Mercury Lounge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? That's next time I'm gonna tell AI what would be the genre of music, like 80s new wave. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we got all that. Yeah.
And
80s new wave.
and Kenny G is playing.
Oh.
It's like almost punk.
Shots
like-
fired there.
Michael Bolton is coming to town.
Oh.
I celebrate his
Is he
entire
still alive?
catalog. Of course he is.
Still there, yeah.
He's touring.
Look, my mom would be
gotta
so
be-
mad at you. For
They're both
my
probably
mom
so-
loves Michael
so
Bolton,
happy.
man.
Your mom loves
Oh
Michael
my
Bolton.
God.
Okay, I'll just keep that to myself.
No. I mean, you're talking about, and a lady from Cameroon in Africa. Like, what
Yeah,
the
I don't
hell?
want an ass whooping. I'm sorry. I'll pass on that
Where
one.
did you come from with Michael Bolton?
All right, I'm gonna hit the grain out.
Time to grain out. Grain out.
So usually in the grain out, I tell you what's coming up. I don't know what's coming up. I don't know what's going on next week. We might just be down here talking beer, brewing, and bullcrap. The 15th, we have Mike Brooks from LD Carlson coming on. We'll talk a little bit about, supply chain stuff and stuff like that. It's a kind of a new guest for us, but we'll see how it goes. Working on a lot of stuff. I've sent feelers out to a lot of people. We'll see who we can get on the show, See what's what.
Got some people we've been talking to. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You're out there working the parties, working the house parties, talking to people, trying to woo them,
Well,
get them on the show.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions or concerns about, Rick Bell just chimed in a little bit ago. Sorry, bud, couldn't watch live. Strange Brew was on at 6 at TMC. Great movie. Strange Brew. That is a good show.
That's an old one.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, so don't forget to, if you have any concerns, blabbermalt@gmail.com or comment on any of the videos anywhere. We'll see them and we'll address those concerns. We're not concerned with your trivial concerns about our show.
But we do want to thank Dan and Ozimba for coming out.
We do.
And bring your beers, sharing
Yes.
with us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That's a pleasure.
And again, where can they find you guys? Where are you guys located at? With Two Friends Brewing.
We're at 777 East 185th. And you did not get much out of this one, buddy.
Yes.
That seems like it's been all night that way, Dan.
Well,
I know how to play the game.
look out for
Sorry.
number one. Yeah.
Don't hate. What do they say? Don't hate the man. Don't hate the game. Or don't hate the player. I don't know.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
And you guys are on Facebook.
Yeah, we're on Facebook,
Yes,
Instagram, Twitter,
There.
Snapchat,
Snapchat.
X,
No, yeah, I don't
and
OnlyFans.
what's it?
They're on
OnlyFans. What's that dating
OnlyFans,
site?
yeah.
What's that dating site?
Trying to think.
Two Friends Brewing. Only friends.
So
no.
Hey now.
I was gonna make a joke, but I can't remember the word for it.
Friends only.
only friends over.
Only friends.
Yeah, Two Friends Brewing on all those places.
Tinder. That was it.
Tinder, yeah.
It would have been funny if I knew it, but
5 minutes ago, yeah. Timing's
Brutal.
everything.
Yeah,
Time is
just,
everything.
you guys,
That kinda
just
sucks.
come down to the tap room, please. Come down to the
Yeah,
tap
come
room.
down.
No, but we're
See
on,
that?
we're on
come
Facebook,
come see us.
Instagram, and I think we do have a.
Yeah, no, just come down. Just come on down.
Yeah,
Just
go
come
to
on
the
down. Just
brewery,
come on
man.
down.
That's
Yeah,
really
come
the
down to
important
brewery.
place.
Dan and I are usually available.
TikTok. That was it.
Yeah, TikTok. Yeah.
TikTok.
So
So the first time we were out there, you weren't there. We had to leave you a note on a coaster there.
you did. No, actually, I was there.
Oh, the bartender said you weren't there.
I know because I told them to tell you. So when you know,
phone call.
here's the thing. Here's the thing with our work, right? And you know, I mean, most brewers will understand that, right? Like there are days where you are at the brewery and you have a schedule. You have something you got to do. That day I had 2 batches to brew. There was no way I was gonna stop and talk to anybody.
Even
I'm
Tom.
not. Nobody. I'm not
These
here.
bitches be tripping. Out of here.
I'm not here. I got to work. I got stuff to do.
Yeah, but to be truthful, he came through the back door that we have through there,
Yes.
so the bartender didn't even know
You
he was
didn't even know
down
I was
there.
there. Well, no. But no. I did tell her. No, I did tell her. I did tell her that, you know, I did tell her. Because, you know, sometimes they'll come down and look. You know, sometimes they'll really, like, if somebody's like, is Dan or Zimba here? They'll actually open and look. But I did tell her, like, look, I'm here. I got work to do. Just let me do this today.
Dan did tell me, though, if I had said, Dan, are you available, he would have come up from the brewery.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know. But I was
That's because I don't do anything.
I did see your message, though. I saw your message, and you know, yeah. I mean, you know, but if anybody's there, you want to talk to us, you know how to reach us.
So we just
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
go down to the brewery.
Just open the
And
door.
find
and go
us,
down.
Dave,
If it says employee,
Facebook, like
employee
us,
only,
share us.
just take the opportunity, open the door, and run down.
Evidently, the message is don't listen to the bartenders because
Yeah.
they will lie.
Yeah. Well, they've been told to lie. So you can
No,
find
it's-
us.
Yeah. It's
We are
not
the
like-
BlabberMalt Show on Facebook and YouTube, and at BlabberMalt on X, Instagram, and Threads. And we'll respond to you on none of those places. Facebook and YouTube are the places.
And
That's the places.
Gmail.com?
Yeah, BlabberMalt at Gmail. If you email us, I'll email you back, maybe, if you're lucky. I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you, guys.
Thanks so much, guys, for coming out.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and you know what we say.
Stay
malty, Cleveland. Hey, hey.
Right.
Wow. That was on my ears.